One of the most neglected areas of the human body are the feet. And it's really interesting because the feet are super complex. We have 26 bones in each foot, 33 articulations, and over 100 ligaments. And so it's really complex, yet it gets very little attention, and it gets stuffed in footwear that is not conducive for building healthy feet. And then we wonder why we end up with bunions and plantar fasciitis and all these different types of foot and balance issues. And so one of the main things that we need to look for is the right proper footwear. Most of the footwear that we have is not good for what we're trying to build. It's way too pointy, elevated heel, stiff, artificial arches. It really puts our feet in a really bad position if we want them to be healthy. And so there's a certain things that you want to look for in footwear. So the four things that you want to look for, and I'll use Jen's shoe as an example here, is number one, you want a wide toe box. So you want a shoe where the toe box is wider than the midfoot. So you want your toes to be able to splay or spread out. The second thing you want is you want a zero drop shoe. So you don't want a shoe where the heel is raised. You want that to be flat with the front of the foot. Then the third thing you want is a shoe that's flexible. So you want to be able to roll the shoe up, and you also want to be able to twist it, and the whole shoe twists with ease. And then the fourth thing that you want, and this is a little more advanced, so if you're not used to this, it's something that you probably want to ease into, but very little padding or cushioning. So you want something where you get really good ground feel that simulates as if you're walking barefoot. The problem, what most people do is they put their feet in shoes where the toe box is real narrow, so the feet get crammed together. When that big toe gets pushed in, when it gets shoved in and creates this valgus deformity in that where that big toe is, that eventually is what leads to bunions. But also when that big toe is shoved in towards the other toes, it actually causes our arch to collapse. And so what we do is we put our feet in shoes where it squishes our toes in the front, which causes abnormal weight bearing on our feet, which causes our arch to collapse. And then we supply that collapsed arch with an artificial cushion to try to raise that up while our toes are being smashed together. And it really makes absolutely no sense. And so we want to get into footwear that actually helps to strengthen and build strength and coordination in our whole foot.